Whoa!
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Today's special day.
What is the special day today?
Indirectly, but directly affected all of our lives. It's National TV Dinner Day.
There's nothing else to eat.
Love TV dinners.
TV dinner.
I remember.
You know who this is?
Greg Kinn. Is it? Because this would be like a type of song Greg Kinn did.
I didn't know. It's easy top. I mean, if you listen now, you can probably hear it's easy top, but Greg Kinn does a lot of cheesy stuff.
I would have thought for sure that was Greg Kinn. But TV dinner, I remember the first time that my mom plopped down a Salisbury steak in front of me. I was like, what is this? And she's like, oh, it's a dinner. I just put it in the oven because this was, we were on the cusp of just procuring our first microwave. And let's face it, TV dinners weren't made for microwaves from the jump.
No, they were made for the oven.
Yeah, they were made for the oven. And so I remember she put it in for like 50 minutes or something like that. And it had this. Oh, man, do you remember that?
It was like a hamburger patty with gravy on it.
What I like to focus on, Jeremy, was the important part of the TV dinner.
The mashed potatoes.
No, that was the actual dessert that was in the middle.
I never liked the desserts that much.
So the greatness of the dessert was it would be ultra cooked on the edges and barely cooked in the middle.
Right.
So it was like a hot and cold mashup, if you will. And for some reason, I like the South. Like I liked all the TV dinners just fine. Like the ingredients of the TV dinners were interchangeable for me. Like as far as the entree and the sides, give me whatever. I don't care. But the Salisbury steak came with this like cherry cake thing. Gross. It was like a cream cheese cherry cake or something. I don't even know what it was.
I didn't like it.
But it was white cake with a little bit in the middle. It was like kind of like a cherry-filled donut, if you will. And it was like a tart, and it had the cherry in it, and that cake. Oh man, that was yummy. So I would always say,
see, I never liked the dessert.
So whenever she would, and then when she realized as a single mother that I was big on the TV dinner train, she would always let me pick them out at the store when we went to go to the store, and I'd always look and see what the dessert was. And I'm not a big chocolate fan, so I never got anything with chocolate. Even though
then you didn't get the fried chicken because the fried chicken always had the chocolate cake.
So I never got the fried chicken.
That was my favorite
because of the chocolate cake. Even though I probably would have liked fried chicken a hell of a lot more than Salisbury steak, I still opted for the dessert. Like whatever the dessert option was, that was the deciding factor in which TV dinner I was going to have, and it was always Salisbury steak because Salisbury steak was the only one that came with that the cherry thing I liked.
Yeah, I also liked the hot turkey sandwich one with the turkey and the bread and the gravy. It was more like bread croutons or something like that.
So turkey and stuffing.
It was
like
what
you're talking about.
Yeah,
a hot
stuffing.
Turkey sandwich.
That's what it was. Turkey stuffing and then potatoes.
Yes, except for this is the problem with the turkey one. I remember the turkey one just fine. It was okay. It had some weird I want to say it was like a strawberry rhubarb dessert. It was not tasty at all. The dessert was not tasty, but I did like the turkey.
Yeah, I didn't eat that.
But the turkey, if you didn't like stop it halfway through and mix some stuff on it, like gravy and the croutons, and put it over the turkey, then that top layer of turkey would turn into turkey jerky before turkey jerky was even invented.
Yeah, you have to be careful. You have to be careful with that.
That's not good.
Follow the instructions.
Yes.
And
always follow the
my favorite vegetable was the corn. Wasn't a fan of the green beans.
Corn's fine.
Green beans were rubbery.
Corn was good.
The corn was okay. You could add more butter to it. And
the corn was good. Yeah, the corn was actually excellent when it came to the sides. The green beans were terrible.
805-543-3693.
How about the cooked carrots? You know, I know you're a big fan of the cooked carrots.
No. What was your favorite TV dinner? It could be banquet. It doesn't have to be Swanson's, but today's National TV Dinner Day because Swanson released their first TV dinner back in 1953.
Swanson Hungry Man TV dinner. Little taste of prison right there in your own home. But it's an honest product. It's TV dinner. They're telling you, TV dinner. Stare at the screen and chew.
Yep.
Do not look down. I had millions of them when I was starting out. When you peel back that plastic cover, you plow through those 4 compartments of hell. By the time you get to that peach cobbler, you go, I gotta make something out of my life. I can't go on like this.
If you think about it, the guy that came up with this idea is probably the reason we're so fat in this country, because that's when people started eating in front of the TV.
For convenience, too. And like when you cook, okay, so like if you're going to cook something at home, like this happened to me last night. We did not cook enough taco meat last night because the kids wanted nachos and my wife wanted a part of it as salad. I was like, you guys go ahead, fix up yours, and I'll eat whatever's left over. I'm not really that hungry. And then I got what was left. And I had enough for like 2 tacos. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just have 2 tacos tonight. I'm not that hungry. I probably didn't even have to eat anything. And, but when we eat for convenience, out of convenience, I mean, think about it. All the fast food restaurants, 2 burgers for $5. Well, you're not going to get just 1. I could get 2 for the price of 1.
And
that's why we're fat.
And you're watching TV.
Right.
You're not really focusing.
Yeah, you don't care what it tastes like.
Get a pizza? Oh, I can eat that whole pizza.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, is there any more of that pizza left? 45 minutes later, I can have another piece. You're right.
Gary Thompson is the guy that came up with the idea. He worked for Swanson, and he was rewarded with a $1,000 bonus.
Oh, wow.
For this brainstorm.
That was
back
so
in
nice.
Back in the 50s.
How many millions of dollars? Like Swanson only sells TV dinners now, right? Maybe a chicken pot pie here and there, but Marie Callender's came and whipped their ass on that. It's only TV dinners for Swanson at this point.
I lived on that stuff for so long. I don't eat it anymore, but
all for $1,000 bonus. Check that out. That's amazing. Gosh, I have some good coronavirus news.
Oh, okay.
I think
if there's such a thing, right?
56% of people are reevaluating everything about their lives as a result of the coronavirus, consciously choosing to value the smaller things in life.
That's good news, huh?
As a result, people are developing closer bonds with their neighbors, supporting small businesses, and giving to those in need, doing nice things. Ellen did not choose to do any of that. No, I'm just kidding. That was a joke. And I love Ellen, and I think she's getting an unfair shake in all of this. 52% believe that the pandemic has made them appreciate the work of the local community and charities. And fifth, connected with a new charitable cause. 20% of them have connected with a new charitable cause. I think that's fine and dandy right now. I want to see this same study done a year from now. Because are people going to be giving to charity? Are people going to be appreciating the work of the local community and what they did during the pandemic?
I don't think so.
If the economy crashes.
I think the one thing that people might do more is eat outside, because we've been forced to do it. I kind of like it. I'm kind of a big fan.
Like you heard
of eating
in
outside.
the conversation with Bettina. I mean, that's something that the city is going to push forward with. And I mean, I think it's great. If you
kind of neat sitting along the sidewalk or in the parklets. I mean, it's kind of cool.
If you have 12 people that can eat, if you can increase a restaurant's capacity by 12 to 20 people and sacrifice 2 to 3 spots of parking outside their business, isn't that a win?
Yeah.
Don't you make more off the tax revenue of those diners that are going to be there?
What's nice about the business
from the parking meter
is what you're saying. It's giving a business that they weren't allowed to have a patio because they didn't have a designated spot, because the way, when you file permits and all that kind of stuff to have a business, they didn't have a spot to have one. But now with the parklet situation, now they do. And they'll be able to do inside and outside seating, and I hope they keep that.
And in both San Luis Obispo and Paso Robles and Arroyo Grande in the Village, the downtown aesthetics are ripe for that kind of atmosphere. We live in California. The weather's nice most of the time when we don't have smoke in the air. It's, hell, San Luis Obispo. I mean, just look down Higuera, and it's tree-lined streets.
What about these bars that are doing these? I mean, they bringing TVs out because football's going to start soon. People like to go to bars.
I told you earlier about Mason, how they had
tent.
Arkansas State and Memphis on.
Yeah, that's right. So they did bring a TV out.
Yes.
So will there be TVs out? Will this be a new? I mean, because this is not going to go away anytime soon, at least until November. So we'll have to wait and see what happens.
It's
hard to
watch TV outside. You have to
the
have
glare
it underneath the
yeah,
thing.
you get the glare to deal with.
But
the newer TVs, I think, are better, and as long as it's in a tent
yeah, as
covered
long as
area.
it's covered, then it's fine. Do you? Well, here's the thing. A lot of people used to go to the Graduate for their football Sundays because they had such a wide array of televisions. The place was packed on Sundays. Those people have to go somewhere else, right? Where they're going to go?
Well, maybe Buffalo Wild Wings. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Or is there any other bars that have a lot of TVs?
So we're going to be talking to them actually, and we got to ask them. Write this down as a question to ask on Friday because Santa Maria Brewing in Atascadero.
Yeah,
they opened up their Atascadero place, and it's gargantuan. It's like not only.
Oh, you told me about this.
It's not only a brewery, but it's a distillery.
Oh, is this during the happy hour that we're doing with Zoo to You?
Yes.
Or Zoo to the Brew?
So
to the
Wildfields is going to be on
Zoo
with us.
at the
Santa
Brew.
Maria Brewing Company, and there's another one. Is it Bristol's? I think is going to be on with us. But SMBC.
Yeah, Bristol's I don't think has a lot of TVs.
No, they don't. But SMBC
different kind of environment.
has a huge indoor space that they can't use right now. So a lot of people are, from what I see when I drive by, a lot of people are just eating out on their patio and drinking out on their patio and having cocktails out on their patio. But they've got a huge setup there, and I could see that being a place for North County, especially to pivot because Santa Maria Brewing Company in Paso, which is much smaller, has already been a popular spot for a long period of time for NFL Sundays. So I don't know.
Yeah,
but I don't know about San Luis Obispo, but do people really in San Luis Obispo are they watching football? Or
Sure. I mean, not everybody's weird.
They're not tying together Tibetan flags and
yeah. I mean, there's those people, but there's also people that want to go and watch football. And so what Jeff's talking about
do
is
they serve Greek yogurt? Is that why?
Maybe.
Is that why the Graduate couldn't survive? They took Greek yogurt off the menu.
We're doing this happy hour again. We're doing it with the folks that are putting together Brew at the Zoo with the Atascadero Charles Paddock Zoo, and we're going to have a bunch of breweries on. We'll be talking about the different stuff that is happening. That is on Friday at 5:00 on Facebook. But I wanted to tell you about this new app, and for football, it's perfect. Have you heard of Tunity? Tunity. Tunity. And so this is how it works. You can go to any bar, and let's say you're watching a game, and you've got certain games that you are interested in.
You're not telling me you can turn the channel.
No, you cannot. Okay. No, that's what everybody thinks it sounds like. You can listen to the audio because you go to a game and they're only carrying one game on the speakers. But let's say you don't care about that game because you don't have your fantasy players, on the Rams or the Chargers or whatever. So then you can actually point to the TV. And what it does is it comes up with a little box. You put the TV in the box, you hit scan. This is beautiful. And you can do it to 10 TVs if you want. Then you have a little menu down below, and you can switch back and forth depending on what game you want to listen to. Yeah. Put your earbuds in, and then you can follow.
That's good for you.
It's good at the airport because they never have the news on. And I'm sitting at the airport yesterday and wanted to hear the news, so I just...
That's not bad.
Tunity. It's a free app.
As far as football is concerned, I never watched football with the volume on. Kids running around, shouting. Sometimes I like to use that time to listen to music. That's why when people make a big deal out of who's announcing the game, like
Joe, you don't have to use it then. I'm just saying a lot of people, when you're in a situation, you want to hear a TV,
like I said,
you can do it.
That's an awesome piece of information that you're passing along. But,
it does have commercials.
I feel like I follow the game closer if I'm not listening to the audio. If I'm not leaning on that audio to be playing, I follow the game closer.
And your eyes are actually on the TV?
Yes. Well, because you have to consume it somehow, right?
I just thought, man, what a great little piece, Especially because that'll happen to me all the time. I go to a bar with, 10 TVs and 10 games on. Yeah, and I'm trying to, but I really want to hear, I don't care about what's happening here. I want to hear what's going on here.
The best test for that would be Buffalo Wild Wings to see if it actually works. Because they always do this. They always have like the main thing on, and then they have the volume cranked way up on it. You're like, dude, okay, I get it. All right, this is the game du jour.
Red Zone Challenge starting today. You got to get your picks in. We're asking you, what is your favorite classic rock band? Because if you're a weekly winner, you'll actually be able to pick the songs that are going to be played, and they'll play at 8:20 in the morning, 12:20 during the lunch hour, 5:20 on your commute home, and 7:20 in the evening. Okay. And it's all your choice.
The good news is, tonight, I am one of 4% of Americans that believes that the Houston Texans will shock the Kansas City football team.
The Kansas City. You know, after coming off their listen, everybody's drinking the Kool-Aid, but they should, right? I mean, they won the Super Bowl last year,
right?
And you know what's weird is without preseason, we haven't even had a football game since the Super Bowl.
Well, I think
so. Literally, this is going to be the first professional football game you will see since the Super Bowl.
Kansas City is, I believe, a 9-point favorite tonight, which seems like an awful lot. If I'm a betting person, keep in mind, last year, the Texans beat Kansas City in the regular season and then looked like they had them beat in the playoffs, only to let off the gas and let Patrick Mahomes do Patrick Mahomes stuff and get back into the game and win. And then, the rest is history. They went on to win the Super Bowl. But I think there's so much Super Bowl, hangover because we've not had exposure to any other football. And people are just like, okay, Chiefs picking up where they left off, except for last year, there's no J.J. Watt for the Texans. He's back now. And the Texans, now they don't have DeAndre Hopkins, but they have capable receiver core. I mean, the receivers are fine. I joke about Brandon Cooks being part of the Quad City DJs.
Boy, you know what's funny is on Jeff's fantasy team, and we're facing each other this week. He has the.
I have D Watts.
You have Watts, and he was going to be throwing to Cooks, and you were bummed about that because obviously, if he's throwing him a touchdown, it really kind of cancels each other out.
Yes.
But so you're very happy that there's a good chance he might not play.
Yeah, I say run that Kenny Stills game all day long. Give me some Cobb.
Let's see what we got.
I like
here.
Cobb salad.
I didn't look at it since this morning. No, there's no update yet. The coach said when they take the field, you'll know. Like, what a jerk. We're playing fantasy football, right, Coach? Come on.
Even a Bill O'Brien gets lucky every once in a while. Tonight, I think the Texans are going to win. So this is good news because
you and 4% of the nation.
Yeah, 4% of the nation only believes in the Texans, and probably most of them are in Houston. I'm going to say that the Texans are going to win. Now, that's good news for you if you don't want to hear Y&T and you believe the numbers. Bad news for you if the Texans do win, because there's a good chance you're going to be hearing Y&T next week.
All week, right? This is all week long. Oh, man,
and we are allowed, because there's no money that changes hands here, we are allowed to participate in the weekly prize this time.
I love it. And we should be, yes. We
Absolutely.
should be. If you earn it, you should be able to do it.
Who's your pick?
Candlebox.
Candlebox, yes. Love it. I love it. That's
Red
awesome.
Zone Challenge brought to you by our friends at Donahue Truck Centers in Santa Maria. Your home for Dino Trucks. Get to KZOZ.com. It'll take a second to sign up. Just tell us your name and, a little bit of information, email address. We're going to get your favorite classic rock band, your favorite football team, and your picks are in.
There's your home for Hino Trucks.
What did I say?
Dino, like the dinosaur. Dino from
Did I really?
Flintstones. Yeah, you can go back and listen to it if you want.
No,
it'll be on the podcast.
If you said it, I'm sure I said it. I just probably...
No, you're the one that said it, and you're not sure that you said it. That's where we have the problem.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. Ever wonder what it's like to work with Jeff and Jeremy?
Why are you so cranky?
It's early. Let's be real with people.
All right, let's be real.
Work with them at home on demand by subscribing to Jeff and Jeremy in the morning, wherever you get your podcasts. All the benefits of working with them, with none of the smell. Oh, somebody light a match. Jeff and Jeremy in the morning on 93.3 KZOZ.